walking with Christ in a renewed way is built on massive theology in chapters 1 to 11. It doesn't get any bigger than Romans 1 to 11. It doesn't get any deeper than Romans 1 to 11. And this is what it was all building toward. New minds, discerning the will of God, lives of worship. So let's read verses 1 and 2. I appeal to you, therefore, on the basis of Romans 1 to 11, and all the glories there, and the pillars that sunk down into the bottomless foundations there. I appeal to you, therefore, brothers, by those mercies, the mercies of God that I've unfolded for 11 chapters, I appeal to you. Present your bodies, that is, your whole bodily life. Your bodies are what you are around the world. Everywhere you go, you're in your body. So everywhere you go, whatever you're doing, that bodily existence, present it as a living sacrifice. It's not going to die. It goes up on the altar, but it won't die so that it can't live. It just dies so that it lives a different way. As a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, it is possible, sinner Christian, to live pleasing to God. Don't overstate the doctrine of the justification of the ungodly. It's a glorious doctrine. Don't make it cancel other scriptures. There are people doing that today. They are taking the doctrine of justification of the ungodly, a beautiful Romans taught doctrine, and extrapolating from it, you can't please God. You can't be acceptable to God day by day. All you can do is confess that you're ungodly and bank on the righteousness of Jesus. That's false. You are called, built on justification by faith alone, accepted on the basis of the righteousness of Christ alone, now to offer sacrifices to God in your body that please Him, that He smiles upon. This afternoon, you can do something that pleases God. You can make a phone call that pleases God. You can speak a word of sweetness and kindness to your spouse that pleases God. Present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing, that you may approve or discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect, and thus live a life of worship. So, the aim of these two verses is that all of life becomes worship, right? Present your bodies, your bodily life, as a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. In other words, the aim of all life, the aim of human life, is that God in Christ be displayed as infinitely valuable. Right? That's what life is for. To live your life in such a way that by what you say, what you think, what you feel, what you do with your arms and your lips and your eyes and your legs and your hands will show He's more valuable than anything. That's what worship is. Showing God's value, supreme value over all other things. So if you have a job, do your job in a way that shows that Christ is supremely valuable.